What's up, guys? It's Kictor. I'm here with my beautiful fiance Stitch to talk about Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, which I know nothing about.
I just read the first volume of the novel, published in English, and I wanted to quiz you on what you knew.
All I know is that it's a webcomic, and I think one guy wears something that looks kind of like a priest.
I noticed that, actually. Okay,
Yeah.
See, I don't actually know anything at all. I just read one volume. And I have more questions than answers. And I'm sure that this is going to be absolutely hysterical to anyone who's read further, whether in the webcomic or in another translation of the novel. So what do you think the plot is of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint?
Does he get transmigrated into a book?
Yes.
Okay.
More or less.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what I think it is. Kim Dokja. That's the only
Correct.
name I know. The only name I know. Okay, he's reading a web novel. Maybe I'm imagining it like Solo Leveling, and he, like Scum Villain, dies while he's reading it, gets isekai'd in, but then there's like the Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint system, but the system is actually like another guy who knows the rules of the world.
Oh. Okay.
Because I know there's like some guy that's like looking out for him or something, right?
Okay, so you think that this other guy is the Omniscient Reader?
Yeah. I mean,
And
it would make
he's the
sense
system.
that Kim Dokja is the reader.
Okay.
Since he was the reader. But I think this other guy is more like a system
He's
character.
the Viewpoint.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm picking up what you're laying down.
I think, is there like a crime? Is there like a murder?
You might say there's at least one murder.
Okay. And like, I don't even know what genre it is. Like, are there aliens? Is like...
That's a good question.
I feel like in my head, I have it so mixed up with Solo Leveling already.
You're right, because they're both very popular web comics. That
Yeah.
makes sense. I doubt it could be the same artist, but I feel like the art style is pretty similar.
Yeah.
And with just like a dark-haired, black-haired protagonist.
So I'm sure it's like saying Heaven Official's Blessing and Scum Villain have the same plot.
Yeah.
What kind of protagonist is Kim Dokja? Okay, I'm gonna guess. Okay, he's read the book. So I'm gonna assume he thinks he's an expert, but maybe he's actually not an expert. He's a sexpert.
You think he's getting laid? In real life or in the book?
Okay, this is my thought. Maybe he's extremely misguided because he has this confidence of like, I know this book, but maybe that confidence will actually screw him up.
Okay, so he's got self-confidence in what he thinks he knows, but
think
might
so.
be a little overconfident.
Yeah, like maybe he's like, I'm the fucking protagonist. I got this.
Okay, interesting. Okay, well, the next slide is some official art from the webcomic or
Okay.
other sources of Kim Dokja. So maybe you could take a look and see if you feel that lines up.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, he looks like...
He looks like Solo. I'm like, is that from Solo Leveling? I'm sorry. No, that's him, I swear.
Okay, so the middle one looks like he knows...
Looks like he's got the situation under control.
Yeah, like he means business. But he also looks super depressed. Like, I'm like, on the right, is that like his Shenyuan era? Like, is that pre-transmigration? He's just like a gooner reading books and then becomes like action cop?
Could be.
Okay.
Yeah. You're very astute in many regards.
Okay, sick. What kind of person is Jung-Hyuk? I've never even heard this guy's name.
Okay, so he is, I would say, you could consider him the other guy
Okay. Oh, he's the original main character.
of the book. Yeah, and he
Does
is
he
the other.
isekai into this guy?
No, so it is like an okay. All transmigrations are isekais, but not all isekais are okay. So Kim Dokja, to be clear, is his own self in his own body.
Okay.
He does not become anyone else. So it's not
Oh.
transmigration.
Got it.
So,
He gets thrown into this novel
but not as a character,
as
as
just
his own self.
Okay.
So
New OC
there-
just dropped.
Yes. So there are the original characters of this novel also present.
Okay. What kind of person? Okay. Is he like Sherlock Holmes? Maybe he's like not personable. He's like a detective. He's very stoic.
Okay.
He's driven.
You could say that.
I don't know. I don't even
Okay.
know what this guy looks like. Is he the priest?
Well, you could go to the next slide if you want to see what he looks like.
So a priest. Okay. He looks
Really fucking hot. Sorry, I don't want to influence you.
yes, but wounded. Like I'm getting tragic backstory.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks like he goes about life because of some mishap in his youth.
A little angsty.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's great about this is that from the first volume, I don't actually know shit about him. So your guess is almost as good as mine.
Okay. I feel like for some reason I had this idea that he's like a spirit guide or something. Like he's going to be guiding Kim Dokcha around, like
Leading the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think he takes on like a protective role almost in a way?
Yeah, I would guess that.
Very interesting guess.
Okay.
Very strong guess. Okay, so which kind of leads into my next question you've already kind of answered.
Okay. What is the dynamic? Okay, yeah. Like sweet, innocent baby boy who gets really powerful versus like angsty action hero who's been here a long time fighting monsters. I don't know. Are there monsters? I don't know. Like
right, everyone's got swords,
people.
but like what is going on?
Yeah, like he's like, listen, the underworld is no joke. Like if you die in the book, you die in real life. Like, does he know that Kim Dokcha's an isekai man? Or does he assume he's from this world?
That's a good question.
Is this like an airplane bro and cucumber bro situation where it turns out they're both transmigrated?
No, I would say nobody, to my knowledge, nobody is aware that they're in a book that Kim Dokcha has read. He is the only one who has the understanding of it as a completed novel. Okay,
what if Jung-Hyuk's going about doing his action cop duty and then Kim Dokcha comes around and starts like slaying monsters?
Yeah.
Because he has this omniscient viewpoint of what's going to happen. And then this guy clues in and is like, I've been Sherlock Holmes in this block for a while and I didn't even know that was going to happen. How the hell did you know that was going to happen? Are you a witch?
You know what? You're very astute in my regards.
Okay.
Oh, so that is their first meeting. Just to give you a hint on, so the kind of the protective guide, not so much.
Okay.
It's kind of fuck this guy on sight, not in the way you want. Kill on sight. This guy's a witch. Kill him.
Is it like, you know something, you need to fucking tell me what you know, what you are, kind of thing?
Yeah. I'll go into it a little bit more as I give you the full summary, but definitely a very contentious first meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, so they don't actually spend a lot of time together in the first volume, and it also seems like they might not interact much in the second volume, which hasn't come out yet. So I'm really curious as to what their dynamic will be like when they're together.
Yeah.
Because someone once told me, oh, you'll like them a lot because you like Link Click and you like Ivan Till. So I'm imagining a combination of the two where it's like there's timey-wimey stuff going on, but also a little bit of choking going on.
I'm like, if Ivan Till is just for the choking, I mean, Ivan Till's dynamic is completely different.
Exactly. Like, I wonder if, like, maybe they kind of, they've got a little bit of a love-hate thing going on, but also a little bit of the devotion thing going on.
Yeah, like, I'd die for you.
I'd die for you, but I'd also be the one to kill you. I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea, honestly.
Okay, we're going through this together.
Absolutely, we are.
What do you think a goblin looks like? Oh, okay.
Actually, and I want you to try to draw one.
Okay.
If that's okay. Like on Microsoft Paint or something.
Definitely gonna be green. I'm picturing like, almost like if like Shrek was a baby. Like goblins live under a bridge, right?
That would be trolls, but
a goblin or a troll. Kind of same vibe, you know? Like that.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's great. Next slide.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yes, he is.
Turn that frown upside down. Are goblins good guys?
I would say not.
Oh. Okay, do they like eat people or something?
Worse.
What's worse than cannibalism?
Next slide.
Why do these goblins force humans to participate in life or death scenarios? Wait, is this like a Squid Game thing?
Very much.
That's a trope in a lot of Korean media, is like the death game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is definitely, that's like a huge part of the plot.
Okay.
Is that there are, it's
is the book he's reading a death game?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It seems to be.
Maybe they do it for one, entertainment, and two, like they need human life force to live. They feed off of it, but they're like, we might as well make it entertaining. Maybe they live off of fear and greed of humans.
You could say they live off of it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting. Well, I will not give you the answer right away,
Okay.
but I will give you a little bit of an overview, a summary of the answers to all of these questions as we get them, at least in volume 1. There's
Okay.
so much more of the story, so much more we don't know, but I'll tell you what I know.
Okay.
So first of all, Kim Dokja. He's kind of a loser.
Okay.
He got bullied in school, bombed his entrance exams, graduated from a third-rate university, and is about to get let go from his company as a perpetual contractor. His only joy is reading web novels on his work commute. His name is even a homophone for reader, as well as only child. Quite fitting, considering he's always alone. What's that Arthur meme? You're gonna be a lonely child when I sell you. Yeah, that's Kim Dokja.
Okay. Okay.
At only 28 years old.
Only 28. That's actually quite old.
For a protagonist, I know.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
His frontal lobe is developed.
And we love that. We do love that for him.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so at a ripe 28 years old, in the land of protagonists, Dokja has resigned himself to being in the passenger seat of his own boring life, trapped in the genre of realism where he is always the reader and never the hero.
Did you write this? Mm-hmm. Trapped in the genre of realism.
Okay, well, that's kind of a direct quote from the book, actually.
I was like, that's good.
It's good. It's too good for me. So kind of the opposite of what you were thinking. He lacks confidence, at least in the real world.
Yeah.
But
okay.
he does quickly, find himself in a more active role.
I mean, I'd be a little bit more confident if I knew what the fuck was going to happen.
This is true. But I would definitely not call him brash or overconfident.
Okay.
By any means. He's still very new to being the main character, if you will. I don't think he's quite realized that he is. But as a perpetual reader, he's a fan of one novel in particular. 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse, a fantasy novel with over 3,000 chapters and nearly daily uploads, which he has been reading faithfully since 9th grade.
Wow. That's a long time.
Yeah.
To be interested in the same media you were interested in grade 9 as a 28-year-old, damn. That's like if Twilight kept going.
Yeah.
Imagine Twilight is still going. I mean, it kind of is. Anyways.
Yes. Nowadays, this obscure novel is only getting 1 view per chapter, and it's him.
Oh my god, okay.
Dokja feels a special attachment to this novel as its sole remaining reader, and because it has been a happy constant in his life over the years.
This is like the setup of like a rom-com between him and the writer.
Right?
You're the only reader? You better meet that guy and shake his hand.
And you know what? He kind of does. So this novel has finally reached the last chapter, so Dokja sends his thanks to the author. And to his surprise, he receives a reply in which the author requests to send him a gift.
Want to come in this novel?
Kind of. And states that the epilogue of the free web novel will become paid content at 7 p.m. that very day. Oh. Just as Dokja notices that the novel has disappeared from the web, the train breaks suddenly and a goblin enters.
Ooh.
Just like the opening scene of 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse.
Oh.
Then people's heads start exploding. Which is the goblins doing.
Okay.
Dokja hears the voice of a system message, and just like that, the genre of his life is changed. This new genre has brought apocalypse to Korea in a matter of moments. A state of national emergency declared as the president and prime minister are murdered on live TV by these goblin creatures.
Oh god.
Apparently from some sort of higher dimension. A killing game is instituted, the first of many. If you don't kill, you die. But if you survive, you gain special skills. In the form of that email from the author, Dokja has been granted the exclusive attribute of speed reading, as well as a digital copy of the novel he's now living in.
Okay.
Yes. So
okay.
the author literally sent him the novel as an attachment.
Okay.
And also he gains from the system the special speed reading skill. So he knows the novel, but he also has a copy of the novel and the ability to like skim things and instantly,
It's kind of less like he got brought into the world of the novel, but the world of the novel came into his life.
Yes, I'd say
Reverse
that's
isekai.
Yes, because that's the thing. His whole world has been transformed, essentially.
Yeah.
It feels more like the novel has become the world rather than the other way around.
Okay.
And another reason for that is a couple of his co-workers also appear as characters, and they're not in the novel originally, so it's kind of like this. I'm not really sure how much their world has been blended in with this novel, if it's really been like combined, or if there's just a limited amount of people from their original world in this book for some reason. Like, I don't know if you know, everyone who's in Korea is also in here, or if it's just the characters and a few exceptions. Also, I do think like the apocalypse is kind of global as well, even though we're only getting it in the specific locality. It's
a
not
global examination,
if you will. So Dokja is quick to use both of these tools to place himself. After all, he may be in the novel, but the main character himself has yet to appear. Dokja immediately takes on an active role in this chaotic situation, utilizing small details and exact timing to prevent his own death, use loopholes to rack up coins and level up his stats, protect others like his coworker Sangha, and even go out of his way to fight established characters in the original plot. He finds himself thrilled rather than terrified and quickly unlocks a special skill called Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, which allows him to anticipate the actions of other characters and even read their minds.
Okay.
After surviving the first scenario of the massacre in the train car, we enter the wider world of TWSA, in which giant monsters roam the destroyed cities and mysterious entities called Constellations tune into various channels of the games for entertainment, rewarding the players they favor with donations and sponsorships. Very Hunger Games-esque, you know what I mean?
Totally, yeah.
There's always people watching, and that's the whole point of these games. People are watching and paying for it, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Performing for these invisible watchers is as much as part of the game itself. Dokja quickly comes to terms with the brutal choices required to survive, but he is not a fan of the constellations that have made humans their playthings and refuses to rely on them for power.
Is he okay with killing people?
Yes and no. He knows
what murder?
He knows that it's inevitable.
Okay.
He doesn't go out of his way to do it.
But he's killed a man.
He's definitely allowed some people to die,
okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Even though he knows that it's an inevitability, it's something he's going to have to do, and that he's already complicit in a lot of people dying, it's not his first choice. He's not going out of his way to do it, because he feels like there's an escalation of force, narratively speaking. He doesn't want to kill lightly, because in this kind of meta-narrative sense, that has to be something that holds meaning.
Yeah.
Like, for his character in this role, for the people watching him, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's our main character. But who is the main character of the original story? Someone courageous and noble? Not likely, given what it takes to be the one last standing. Jung-Hyuk is a force of nature, impossible to fight, built different. He will do whatever it takes to achieve his goals. He was also a pro gamer before all of this happened, which is maybe why he has such a domineering personality and massive ego. I don't know.
Okay.
But to cut him some slack, at the start of all these scenarios, he's already been through some shit over and over and over again. Jung-Hyuk is a regressor. Like Dokja, he has knowledge of this world and what's supposed to happen next, but unlike Dokja, he has lived through these events several times over.
Oh, a different kind of isekai.
Yeah, he's been stuck in a time loop, essentially. So
okay.
I think
wow, how many, like, genre tropes can we, like, shove in a novel?
Literally.
Okay.
So I think that's so interesting, because we get a little bit of sense that he used to be different, but he's had to go solo for quite some time. There's no one he could trust or rely on.
Okay.
You know,
everyone around would be like a guide. It's like he's I've played these games before.
Yeah. But this time everything is different from the start. So he's already kind of freaked out because Dokja, just by being there, has changed what's supposed to happen. His presence has already changed the narrative.
I haven't been in the timeline where I'm gay yet.
Out of other options, Dokja reveals his knowledge of the future to persuade Jung-Hyuk into letting him live as a useful ally.
Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Right off the bat.
Yeah.
I was wondering if that was going to be like a secret between them forever.
Yeah, he's tried to hide it from the other characters that are around him, although he's very suspicious.
Is he, like, in love with the main character?
Okay.
Is he a little bit like, oh my god, like, main character Chan?
He's scared of him.
Okay.
But also not too scared. It's like he's aware that he's dangerous and all-powerful and kind of crazy.
But also, I know you intimately, and I've read about you every single day since I was in 9th grade.
I feel like, okay, he's playing his cards close to his chest, okay? As the reader, you don't get a ton of his emotions necessarily if they're not immediately relevant. So it's hard to know his full feelings about the protagonist. I feel like he has, a sort of familiarity with him, but he's also very aware of, like, there's a difference between him as a character with this media between us and him as someone I have to contend with in real life. And he knows that they are not necessarily gonna be good friends.
Right.
But, like, for example, like, the moment Jung-Hyuk arrives, he's like, oh shit, I'm in danger. I could be killed.
Yeah.
You know? So he immediately starts working towards his own survival because he knows that he can be an incredibly powerful tool, an incredibly powerful ally. So he wants to get on the same side as him. He wants to be someone that he can trust.
Yeah.
You know, and so he kind of half lies to him by saying that he is a prophet. Not like,
Okay.
not like literally.
I get it.
But like there's character attributes, you know, and one of those attributes that you can be, like a character type you can be classified as prophet. So you can know the future in this game, but it's very rare.
His is just different because he's read the novel.
Yes, and so kind of half lies. And so what Jung-Hyuk does next shows just what kind of man we're dealing with here. He tests whether Dr. can see his own future by dangling him over a cliff and asking him whether he will be dropped.
And then, a la Peerless says, if you call me daddy, I'll not drop you.
And then I said I wasn't going to spoil what happens next.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
He's like, you're not gonna drop me, and then says wrong and drops him.
So close. He says, just fucking drop me already then. Like, he's spicy, okay? Dr. is spicy. He was like, he will give it back to him. He's like, stop fucking around. I do know what you're gonna do. But he doesn't know. He has no way of knowing because this hasn't happened in the
False
novel.
prophet.
But he is using his
This wasn't in the book. So.
knowledge of what he thinks that he'll do. And sure enough, he fucking drops him into a sea serpent's mouth. Doctor gets eaten.
Wow.
Yes, and so it's kind of thing is like, well, if you're strong enough, you'll live, and sure, we can be allies after that. But first, don't die.
How does he get out of the sea serpent?
Very carefully. That is a whole involved thing. He uses like the online store to get certain items, and it's like a whole involved plot using very obscure knowledge from this original text that he's referencing. So
you just have to hang on to the uvula and wait for it to burp.
I'm glad you know what to do in this instance. Yeah, he's already in the stomach though, so yeah. I'm sure that's what he would have done. He was just in the mouth. Dokja is determined to not only prove his capability as an ally, but game the system itself. We
prove his ability as a boyfriend. Does he start tailing him around?
I think they'll probably run into each other just because, narratively speaking, it's bound to happen. But right now, they're very much doing their own things.
Okay.
Like, Dokja's got to level up. He's got to survive. Fucking Jung-Hyuk doesn't give a shit about anything. He's got his own mission. Don't know what that is, but very goal-driven, so he's moving on.
Okay.
He's not waiting to see if he's gonna live. He's like, if it works out, it works out. I don't really give a shit.
Okay.
But you may be wondering, again, why are the goblins doing this, right? And the answer is because they are worse than just goblins. They are live streamers.
I knew entertainment was involved somehow.
Yes! So we learned about the Star Stream system, a universe-wide system of streaming channels run by goblins. Humans are the actors and constellations are the audience. Dokja strikes an unconventional deal with the rookie goblin streaming the low-ranking channel he's in. And this one wants to be the Goblin King, the #1 storyteller. So he agrees to Dokja's long-term plan to keep the constellations riveted on this channel and boost its views.
That's hilarious.
I know!
Oh my god.
It's so unserious.
He's like, I'll make it entertaining for you.
Yep.
Grabs Jung-Hyuk, starts making out with him. This is how you get views. You goblins ever heard of BL? I'll tell you, this wasn't the only web novel I was reading. There's a reason this one has 1 star. You ever seen this one about a boxer?
Stop! You're killing me. Anyways, we continue to follow Dokja as he gains surprising allies, levels up his stats, and makes a variety of interesting choices. I went into Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint knowing nothing about it except that it was an isekai type of plot following a series of life and death elimination games. It is not remotely romantic, nor it is intended as BL, but the main characters are apparently very shippable as their relationship becomes extremely central to the story. And that's all I need.
Yeah.
I just need some bitches who are narrative foils, who are each other's soulmates, you know.
Listen, we kind of gotta go back to our roots of being gay shippers. Like, the point of shipping is that, like, you know, you can ship characters that are gonna be in a relationship, but shipping, the act of active shipping is like, these characters are not in a relationship, and you want them to be in your gay little twisted mind.
It's about that subtext, you know.
Can't spell subtext without...
You know it.
It's butt sex.
Yeah. Yes, it is. I was very intrigued by its wide popularity among people whose tastes I tend to align with, especially hearing it described as a story about stories, or a story about the incredible importance of storytelling itself. This is a theme I personally care about, so I was intrigued on that point alone. However, I also went in holding my breath because I have a slight prejudice against isekai and transmigration tropes in general. Like, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of exceptions I enjoyed to the max, but overall, there's a reason why the genre is a little oversaturated.
I was just surprised they were goblins and not slimes.
When the main character is completely new to the world, but also has meta knowledge about it, the plot can easily become very convenient and gratuitous. And speaking of viewpoints, as I picked up Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, I was surprised to find that it was written in first-person point of view.
That's hilarious.
Which I have a strong aversion towards. I very rarely read first-person point of view. It's just my personal arbitrary taste.
Okay.
So I was really worried that I wouldn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to, you know?
Yeah.
But thankfully, those fears were for naught. Kim Dokja is such an incredible, interesting protagonist. He's very adaptable to his circumstances, surprisingly capable, and seems to find that middle ground between doing good and helping others while still being extremely pragmatic about his own survival. Most importantly, at least to me, is that despite knowing a ton about TWSA, his point of view does not infodump or explain more than necessary. His plans are kept secret from the reader until the moment they unfold. I love that ORV hasn't over-explained, revealed the entire plot, or given Dokja some big, overarching goal right out of the gates.
Yeah.
He's just focused on his immediate survival and kind of, you know, long-term survival in the sense of, like, leveling up stats for later and whatnot. But it's like, we don't know what's going to happen next, despite, you know, there being every reason why we should somehow have an idea of what happens next. And I really appreciated that. It does seem like there'll be some time before he interacts more with Jung-Hyuk, as the description for the second volume implies that Jung-Hyuk is still off doing his own thing. It's hard not to be a little impatient for that because I feel like their interactions will be very lively based off of this first interaction. But ORV has 99 episodes and an epilogue, and this first volume only covers 6 episodes. So it seems like this series will be going on for quite some time.
Maybe until we're 28.
How old are you? Girl. The time has passed.
Well, most importantly, who's the top?
I think we know who the top is. It is not Kim Dokja, I'll tell you that much. God bless him.
Oh, God. Wow, interesting. I definitely did not expect the live stream. I didn't even know it was like a death game type of thing, but that sounds really interesting. I think the one thing that I am hesitant about with, like, isekais where there's a system is, like, how convenient sometimes things can be.
Yeah.
And so did it seem like it was actually, like, well written, like the choices had value?
Absolutely. Like, that was my worry as well, because again, the systems can be very inconvenient when almost like they micromanage the character. It's like, this is what you're gonna do next and why. And he doesn't get direction like that. There's not actually a system in the sense that you're thinking, where it's like focused on him as like, you're the main character now, so now you have to do this and this. It's not like that at all. He has kind of the same system everyone else has, which is just kind of a way to, again, you have coins, you have stats, you have like a character
like solo
profile.
leveling.
So he uses it in the same way that other people do. He has his special skills, but again, there's no sense of like meta direction that's pinpointed on him specifically, making him super special. He's on his own for a lot of that.
Nice. Oh, interesting. Well, thank you for telling me about it, and I'm excited to hear about volume 2, and I am very excited to hear about what you guys who have read it have to say about this, or how accurate some of our projections for the future might be. Like,
tell us about the shipping.
How entwined will their souls be?
Yes.
I hope very.
Will they hold hands?
I hope so. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to hang out with me and Stitch every Friday at 7 p.m. PST, we do a members-only game night where we talk about gay shipping, mostly Dan May. It's such an incredible community of people that like to hang out and play games, and they're all so gay. It's what's the word? I don't know. Like, it's like very BL focused jokes in games. Like, we played Quiplash recently. We do Gartic Phone, which is the drawing Pictionary game. We do Frantic Fanfic, and it's a lot of fun if you want to meet some new friends that love BL and gay shipping and Dan May, and it helps support our channel because this is what we do full time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!